To the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Good. 180! 54! Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Right there.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
We own.
Hey, exit. We own them. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Danny. Underground.
First down, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Hurry!
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third and short yardage, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Rail. Switch. Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, alert 33.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Set, 180.
Nice 50. Coming to you.
On third down, here's Hunt. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
This is taken at his 4. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30.
Five.
That's what I do.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Bravo. Gun.
On 2nd down, Cousins again. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining.
Hey, 382, last 50.
Mike, 58, right there. I hope you brought your left.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Defense, get out the field, defense.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Score.
53, Mike.
Gun.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Hey, I 7.
All day, dog.
Gun.
Cousins now from the 50. And incomplete.
Cousins pass, thrown away and incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
58, boy, 58.
Hey, orbit.
Switch. 58, come on. 58, come on.
Gun.
Now Cousins. The catch is made by Dylan Mitchell. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go.
53, Mike. Here we go. Check.
Gun.
Cousins again. And this one to Treadwell, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Yellow.
53 to Mike. 50.
Hey, Haywood.
All right, T. Let's go. Let's go.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Gun.
Again, it's Cousins. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen, 31 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And they got the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
We got double up, double up.
Real.
Check 43.
Go, my God.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. Sideline throw, that's caught by Landry. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Alert!
33. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
From the gun, Mayfield will let it go deep for Beckham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. He had a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
First down, here's Cousins. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
It's gonna be a long day. It's gonna be a long day. Watch twitch.
Gun. Through. Hey, receiver.
On play action, Cousins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Hey, box truck. Gun.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right.
Hey, no, easy.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
Play fake, Cousins. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Cook. Oh, look at the juke. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Alpha.
Don't get nervous. 53 for Mike.
Gun.
Cousins. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Hey, Charlie.
Check.
Gun.
Check. 53's Mike. No gain on this.
Third and goal for Cousins. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
They just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on second down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Hey, seam 6! Seam 6! Hey, keep it up! Keep it up!
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to rifle one deep. He's got him in. Complete. The 40. The 30. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 96 yards. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
You gonna see me in your... Hey, wahoo! Gun.
58's the money. 58's the money.
Wide. It's game situation. Let's go. Hey, exit.
Well, 58's the money. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The left side caught by Diggs. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Gun.
Cousins on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. That goes for a gain of 31.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Bravo.
58's the money. Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. 58, right over there. Right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Two.
It's our deal. Hey, it's our
Gun.
On first and 10, Cousins. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Here we go.
Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Pistol. Hurry.
Hey,
check Mike 20.
Hey, high 7.
Let's go, D.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety.
And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defense, and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And down to the 20. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. And even 40 yards.
First down, Minnesota.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
No.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache.
He's back to throw. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt.
Check. 53's Mike. Check.
Let's 50.
Let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Hey, Haywood. Yellow.
53's the Mike. 53's the Mike.
Hey, watch the ball.
53's the Mike. 53. Check.
Gun.
I'm going to run you over.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Cousins to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Tight dog.
Mike 27, Mike 27.
Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. away. He's taken down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
1st and 10 at the 43.
Kings!
Hey, check Mike.
Hey, Delta!
Mike 27.
Nice, sweetheart. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Oh, here we go. Oh, kill. Watch the eye.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. One last shot for Mayfield here. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.